Your phone rings. The screen might even show your bank's name. Someone on the other end says they're from your bank, and something is wrong with your account. They may already know your name. They might even know the last 4 digits of your card. They tell you there's suspicious activity or a payment that needs to be stopped, and they need you to confirm some information right now before it's too late. Is that really your bank calling? Or is it someone pretending to be your bank, hoping you'll panic and answer before you think? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to tell the difference, every single time, without having to guess, and without needing anyone else's help in the moment to figure it out. This kind of scam, where someone pretends to be your bank or a government office, is one of the fastest growing tricks used against older adults today. According to the Federal Trade Commission, the government agency that tracks fraud reports across the country, losses reported by older adults who lost $10,000 or more to this type of scam have more than quadrupled since 2020. And in nearly half of those cases, it started with something as simple as a phone call, not an email, not a text, just a phone call, the same as any other call you might get. Here's why this works on smart, careful people. It's not about intelligence, it's about urgency and fear. When someone tells you your account is being drained right now, your brain wants to act immediately to stop it. Scammers count on that feeling. They want you moving before you're thinking clearly. So the goal of this video isn't to make you suspicious of every phone call for the rest of your life. It's to give you one simple habit that removes the pressure and the guesswork every time. Step 1. Don't decide anything on that first call. No matter how official the person sounds, no matter how much they seem to already know about you, do not give out any information and do not agree to anything while you are still on the phone with them. Not your account number, not a code, not a yes to anything. This one habit by itself protects you from almost every version of this scam. If it turns out to be your real bank, they will completely understand you calling them back to confirm. A legitimate bank will never be offended by that. Step 2. Hang up the phone. This might feel rude, especially if the person sounds friendly or professional. It isn't rude. It's exactly what your bank would want you to do if there was any doubt. Step 3. Find your bank's real phone number yourself. Don't use any number the caller gave you. Don't use a number from a text message you just received. And don't just search for it online either, because scammers can create fake websites that show fake phone numbers, and those can show up in search results too. Instead, look at the back of your actual bank card or a real paper statement that came to your house in the mail. That number has been printed by your bank, and it's the one you can trust. Step 4. Call that number and ask them directly. Did someone from your bank just call me? Your real bank keeps records of the calls they make to customers. They will be able to look into your account and tell you honestly whether that call came from them or not. Step 5. Know what a real bank will never ask you for over the phone. This is one of the most useful things you can memorize because it applies no matter how the scam is dressed up. A real bank will never ask you for your full password or PIN number. A real bank will never ask you to read them a one-time code that was just texted to your phone. That code exists specifically, so only you can use it. And a real bank will never ask you to pay anything using gift cards, wire transfers, or cryptocurrency. If you hear any of those requests, you are not talking to your bank, no matter what the caller ID says. Hang up. Step 6. If you're ever unsure, bring someone else into it before you act. That could be an adult child, another family member, a trusted neighbor, or simply the teller at your bank's physical branch. There is no situation where getting a second set of eyes on this makes things worse. A real bank will never pressure you to handle something alone, immediately, without talking to anyone. That pressure to act alone and act now is by itself one of the biggest warning signs there is. The first mistake is trusting caller ID. Many people assume that if their phone shows their bank's real name and number, the call must be legitimate. It doesn't have to be. Scammers have tools that let them display any name and number they want on your screen, including your real bank's information. Caller ID alone is never proof. The second mistake is feeling embarrassed. Some people worry about bothering their adult children or a bank employee with something that might turn out to be nothing. This is exactly the feeling scammers are counting on. Every bank employee would rather spend 2 minutes confirming a real call than have you lose money to a fake one. It is never a bother. The third mistake is giving out what feels like a small, harmless piece of information. Just your zip code, just the last 4 digits of something, just to verify who you are. Scammers often collect these small pieces from multiple sources and use them to convince the next person they call, or even you yourself, that they must be legitimate because they already know so much. Let's go through this one more time quickly. If you get a call claiming to be your bank, don't decide anything on that call. Hang up. Find the real number yourself, from the back of your card or a real statement. Call that number and ask if they contacted you. Remember that a real bank will never ask for your PIN, a text code, or payment in gift cards or cryptocurrency. And if you're ever unsure, bring in someone you trust before doing anything else. If this video helped you feel more confident about handling one of these calls, there's more like it on this channel. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you've ever gotten a call like this yourself, tell me what happened in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what helps someone else recognize it in time.